Alrighty. So, what's going on, everybody? Trying something new. Um, Let me actually make sure my sound is coming through. I'm gonna mute for just a second. Test, test. Alrighty, sounds pretty good. So, yeah, I thought I'd try doing it like this instead of just videos. Uh, from the title, I think I just have Kenobi and the Orville, but I might go and talk a little bit more about some other things as well. Uh, yeah, I Kenobi is such a anomaly for how bad it is. Like, I don't understand how that got through, especially after dealing with the backlash from Force Awakens, TLJ, Rise of Skywalker. I mean, how did they fall for the exact same thing twice? I mean, so they're doing the exact same idea of tearing down the character, making him nihilistic, with uh, like projecting the same thing they did with Luke onto Obi-Wan. But this time they have a little bit of canon that they could have used to push this idea, but they've thrown that away too, and they're just making up their own story as they go along. It's uh, like I've watched several hours of people just talking about this, trying to understand it. uh, Man, uh, I don't know why. It's just, it is really bad. But on the other hand, you have the Orville, which premiered, uh, what was it? I think last week. But that is super cool. I mean, the CGI in that looks like crisp. I love the visuals for that. And their opening episode was really good. It was a very like emotional, character driven episode about them trying to come to terms with what Isaac had done and the shoot, I'm forgetting the name of the race that he's a part of. Yeah, they're coming to terms with like the devastation from the end of the last season, and that was done fantastic. I'm super excited. Can't wait for the next episode. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'd like to see what Seth MacFarlane could do with actual Star Trek, or even I mean, just you're giving everybody a Star Wars movie now. Might as well see what he could do if he can turn this parody into a like beloved thing by most fans. Like, a lot of Star Trek fans have jumped ship from Paramount to the Orville, saying uh, it's not the like direct sequel or successor. It's the like spiritual successor. Like, it's not a part of the franchise, but it fills the void that Paramount has been just abusing. and neglecting, I guess, would be a better word for it. Um, yeah. Also, I haven't made a video on it yet. I don't know if I will. I'm kind of late to the game, but I saw The Northman. That was fantastic. It's so cool to watch. Like it lingers on this line between being incredibly silly, just like you have guys and standing in the rain just howling and like walking around like dogs or whatever, and it you only take it seriously because the actors take it seriously. It could have very easily come off terribly. It could have been like the worst movies ever made if they didn't take this uh, if they didn't put into the world so that the audience could take it back out for their viewing. It it also took a lot of directions that I didn't think it was going to take. Like I figured it was going to be a like just straight action movie of him killing people till he gets to his uncle, but there's a lot of like suspense in there too, and yeah, I really liked it. The All the actors did a phenomenal job. I wasn't sure about the what's her name, the uh, the blonde girl with the eyes, Faye something. I don't remember her name. The girl that they're wanting to play Black Cat. I was not very sure about her going into it, but she did a really good job too. I really enjoyed the story it told. It was very unapologetically uh, telling the story it was going to tell. It didn't make excuses or say like, "Oh, the Vikings were bad," but our main character, he's the best of the best. He does good things. No, it just shows you what the Viking culture was like, and it tells you this one story about this one Viking who wants to go on this revenge trip, and it was fantastic. Uh, yeah, I really like that movie. Uh, apparently, The Boys premiered. I didn't think it was coming up that soon, but apparently it premiered. Uh, I did a video of that on one of the one of the reviews, and the Amazon The Boys account like highlighted that, and it was kind of a rude remark to the guy who's saying something about like the show is getting too political and too anti-masculine. He said something along those lines, and he has a line in his review where he says like it just keeps getting worse with every season, which I interpreted as he was a fan of at least the first season, but it, he's just kind of gotten like kicked to the sideline by uh, by the way the show is progressing and the direction they're headed towards. Um, yeah, I, I'm wondering if that's going to be the start of their uh, like fan backlash, like we've seen with Star Wars for as long as Disney's owned it. See, trying to pull up this article if I can. Doop a doop boop boop. I am not seeing it where you at. Um, where are you? Um, no, not there. Come on. What in the world? Why won't you work? Well, that is not working right. Uh, I, the article I was trying to pull up is uh, it was saying something about uh, Obi-Wan being worse than it says worse than the Rise of Skywalker. Now, I don't know about you, but I think TLJ is the worst of Star Wars, and they're doing the exact same thing with uh, with Obi-Wan as they did with Luke. But I think Rise of Skywalker is the low hanging fruit that has uh, people that just hate it, don't like it everywhere. Um, let me see if I can find the George R. R. Martin thing. Let's see. The while I'm trying to find it, the gist of the article is just saying that for the like I don't know third time in a month, George R. R. Martin is mad at the fans for wanting the thing they became a fan for. Oh, that's wonderful. Where are you? I don't know. I can't find anything. Oh, cool! Another monster. How you doing, man? Uh, yeah, I don't know how long you've been here, but this is my first solo live stream, so uh, making some mistakes, trying to figure out how to do this. I have no idea where all the articles I was wanting to go over. I don't know where I saved them at, so. Okay. Um, Let me just check Bounty into Comics and see if they have any new articles. I hope you can't hear my computer. It's kind of loud. And search. Um, there we go. Yeah. Let's check their website, see what you got. Oof. Disney or Darth Vader suit actor and Obi-Wan Kenobi claims Disney never paid me for my rehearsals or reshoots. Oof. Wait, I thought they were making Hayden Christensen suit up. Let me just peek into this. Okay, let's check it. Stunt actor Demetrius Boritrivsky, who served as one of the three actors behind the suit of the iconic Star Wars villain Darth Vader and Disney's Obi-Wan Kenobi, has accused Disney of refusing to pay him for the time he spent doing rehearsals and reshoots in service of the show's production. The Ukrainian-born Boris, I'm sorry, bro. Boris, I'm sorry, bro. Just moving on. Leveled his accusations against the entertainment conglomerate on May 28th, unconventional, releasing a series of statements, each of which appear to have been written in his mobile phone's notes app or sent in conversation to an unknown individual by minting them as NFTs and offering them up for auction. What? So he sold NFTs of him not getting paid. Okay, offered him up with under the series Time of Truth, with 90% going to relief efforts. What in the world? That's weird. Just didn't want to pay him. Let's go to this one. Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 beats The Last Jedi. X out of that one because I don't need it. Let's see if I can share. Share screen. I want to share. Where are you at? What? There we are. There you go. Share that one. Alright. Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 beats The Last Jedi as the worst piece of Star Wars ever created. Lucasfilm outdid themselves with Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 and is actually worse than Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi. Not only is it worse than The Last Jedi, but it actually might be one of the worst episodes of television to ever air. Yeah, I kind of do agree with them. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Where are you? What in the world? I don't want to go there. There we go. Yeah, so this episode had a few scenes that I kind of did like. I gotta show you this thing. Where are you? Because there's one scene where they're doing the Vader suit up, and I was like, okay, this is actually really cool. You're seeing the uh, machine parts of Darth Vader. Like you're seeing them screw on his mechanical arms rather, and legs. Watching him put the suit on, but there's one thing that they messed up, and it is such an easy detail, a very small yet very important detail. Let me just scroll through here. Let me stop sharing there. And now I am going to share the screen again. Share this one right here. Yes, share this. You see. It still looks like it's loading. I don't know if you guys can see it yet, but they're putting on Darth Vader's helmet. They're putting on both parts of the mask at the same time. It's just, a very small detail. It was only there for a few seconds. I don't know if you can see this part. I think you can. I misspelled kinda. I was trying to do kind of forgot about whatever. Thanks, Game of Thrones season 8. But they're just shoving this on his head. Like this would like peel all of the skin off of his head if they did it like this. Like if you're going to show this, do the research, do the sit down and watch the what 5-minute scene of them suiting up Vader in Revenge of the Sith. Watch the 2-second clip of them putting his helmet on in Empire Strikes Back. The one where the commander of the Star Destroyer walks in and he glimpses into the Vader's little hut, and you can just see the back of his head and it's scarred. You can see the rest of the mask coming down to seal it up. I mean, just, like this is bare minimum stuff. Like this is a little thing, but if you can't get this right, why would I ever give you the benefit of the doubt? Like you put on this part and you put on this part. You've seen it in, I guess that's 3 movies: Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. When Luke has to take off the top and then take off this so that he can look at his father with his own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. This aggravates me so much. But we can go back to the article. Yeah, I know. Oh. Yeah, let's share this one. Oh. Yeah, that might be actually one of the worst episodes of television to air. Episode starts out with Obi-Wan attempting to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn, while also replaying the revelation that Reva that Darth Vader is still alive. As Obi-Wan attempts to commune with Qui-Gon, the scene jumps back and forth between. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Between him and Vader putting on the mechanical suit of armor. Nothing really to criticize here. Except Obi-Wan's not even meditating. He's just kind of sitting there saying like, "Oh, Qui-Gon, please talk to me. Yes, I'm listening." And you have little baby Leia running back and forth around the ship. Oh, and she's like, "Can you make me fly? Can you do this? Can you do this?" I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about it and I'm starting to get mad again. However, it then transitions to Reva reporting to Vader that they are attempting to track Kenobi and have sent out probes. This is the beginning of numerous blunders and issues with this show. Yeah, oh gosh, the so after Darth Vader puts on his suit, his max L of that. And then start playing. So after he puts on the suit, he starts talking, and the dialogue is some of the worst I've ever heard. Like that is the most like it. For one, it's terrible dialogue. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry. For one, it's terrible dialogue, and secondly, it is the most like un-Vader things you could say. It, that's most of Vader's lines in this. He also looked kind of like uncomfortable, like odd sitting in the throne. And I get it. Uh, it's his castle on Mustafar, but I don't know. It looks kind of odd the way they shot it, and they also confirmed that the Grand Inquisitor is in fact dead. So you see, this I'm trying to talk about it, but I can't make it make sense. Oh, wait, that's odd. I was worried it was playing for y'all, but then I clicked this and started playing. So Disney can't even keep their own canon of like Star Wars Rebels, the Grand Inquisitor fighting uh, Kanan and Ezra. Yeah, I watched all of Rebels. Uh, yeah, actually, if they were just going to pave over this, they might as well have done a Darth Maul comes to Tatooine and tries to fight Obi-Wan. I don't know why he would go there. I'm not writing this, but also you would have a Darth Maul at his not his peak, but his like most wild because Palpatine just took over the entire galaxy, and he's left Darth Maul out in the rain. He's been abandoned by the Sith now. He's been tortured by them. You could go get into that. You could have the Ray Park and Sam Whitaker. You could have both of them come back together and work. And you could keep Obi-Wan on Tatooine. You don't have him running around in random planets yelling at Kid Leia for nothing. You could even have him come with a squad of Mandalorians that you could do whatever you wanted with. That's where you could put your Reva character. You could have her be one of the last of the loyals to Darth Maul as his crime empire is crumbling beneath his grip, and he has one last thing that he wants to do, and that's kill Kenobi. That's what you could do. That this is just off the top of my head. That's a story you could tell, and it would squeeze canon, but it wouldn't break it, like you did writing this show, killing the Grand Inquisitor in the second episode. Oh, whatever. You're probably wondering why Reva informing Vader is a blunder. Well, when the episode switches back to Kenobi, Kenobi informs her that the ship is on autopilot on a trade route. He even says, "I'm not in control of it." Yeah, that's the line to sum up the series. That and the one from Bail Organa. He says, "This isn't about you, it's about the girl." But anyway, the ship lands on the Imperial occupied planet of Mapuzu. No one is there to investigate the ship. The docking pad is manned by a number of droids who unload its cargo. It is extremely convenient that there are no stormtroopers there, because they more than likely would have identified the ship that Kenobi escaped on. Oh, don't worry, the stormtroopers are much more competent than that. Wait, let's see. Can you show me this picture? I don't want to click on it because it might take me off the website. But when he's sitting there, he looks kind of odd. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm nitpicking. I guess this is kind of the first time you've seen Vader sit. Because even in A New Hope, he's like standing in that meeting when he chokes the I'm forgetting his name. He chokes the guy out. He's like, "No one follows your hokey religion." He's like, and then Grand Moff Tarkin's like, "Enough, Vader." Sorry, I was talking about good Star Wars. Anyway, so regardless, Reva and the Imperial should have identified the ship that left Daiyu and figured out which planet it was headed for or headed to. In fact, they more than likely would have intercepted the ship, or at least attempted to intercept it along the trade route. If you recall in A New Hope, the Empire easily identifies the Millennium Falcon, and they bring it on board the Death Star. An Imperial soldier informs Tarkin, "We've captured a freighter entering the remains of the Alderaan systems. Its markings match those of a ship that blasted out of Osisi." Okay, in Kenobi's defense, I think the point it was trying to make was there's dozens of ships that all match uh, the same build, and they're all going to several different planets. Uh, it's not a great excuse because in A New Hope they scan the ships for life forms. I'm pretty sure no one is supposed to be on those ships, which is why it's on autopilot. So they could just scan all the ships leaving the area. But I don't know. I'm just a fan, so. I'm just gonna skip down a little bit. Oof. Do they have a picture of the? Oh man, I dang it! Why are you popping up? I don't like that. I was laughing so hard at this mole man. It was so funny. His name. Oh, here's his name. Frick. Freck. That's his Star Wars name. It's so generic sci-fi. It is so like I don't even know. It's such a bad name. It's like Babu Frick. It was it's just so I not Star Wars. It's just generic sci-fi. And I guess that's kind of what Disney's turning Star Wars into. Um, yeah. So he's a very nice guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, just hop up in my car and I'll just take you around and whatever." And they get in, they see the little Imperial thing. Wait, we just saw it. Yeah, they see that. Get all worried. He's like, "A little security never hurt anybody." Ugh. Oof. Yeah, here's a little bit. Um, oh yeah, he takes out 5 guys with a blaster because the the probe droid. But he lets the probe droid scan him. That was very weird. Sorry about that. Um, and then he just surrenders to the female troops that come out. See, there's I guess 4 of them. I don't know how many are female. It's kind of hard to see in this picture. There's at least 2. There's the girl that turns out to be the savior, and another one. Getting which one it was. I think it was one of these 2. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys can't hear that. Yeah, Kenobi can't do anything. He needs women and literally anybody else to tell him where to go and what to do. Oh, yeah, this reminds me. There is this really good scene in here where he's walking down the road and he looks up and he sees uh, his Anakin Skywalker. Like he's in a Jedi robe, not the dark one he had on in Revenge of the Sith. It was a much lighter, like regular Jedi robe. I don't know how to describe it, but he sees him standing there, and he's like having a panic attack, and then he realizes it's all in his head when Leia grabs his hand. She's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Okay, yeah, let's keep walking." But then they continue to walk down like just one of the main roads, and then trespass on a field for like 5 minutes. And he yells at Leia. You see, for every good scene that Disney Star Wars makes, they make 2 equally or greater bad scenes. It's oh, like Disney Star Wars is laughably bad. Oh. Yeah, here it's talking about uh, the Kenobi and Vader fight. Uh, no, Kenobi runs away like a coward. They've officially turned him into Jake Kenobi. So also he runs away and then turns on his lightsaber. That that is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Like Vader was standing out in the dark and turned off his life support system so that you couldn't see him until he was right up on him. And then delivers some terrible Vader lines. James Earl Jones was actually doing his best. He didn't sound as like old and as he did in like Rogue One. Like you could tell that he was a little older in Rogue One than he was, and nothing wrong with that. I appreciate him coming back and doing this, even as terrible as Disney is. He still loves his character, like, or he's getting paid pretty good, either or. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Talk about where is it? Pros, cons, the entire plot. Obi-Wan Kenobi's characterization, character teleportation. Oh yeah, that was really bad. So they have Reva going through this. Oh shoot, what do you call it? It was some sort of factory where they had one droid working who couldn't talk, and I think it was Az who called it a an illegal immigrant allegory because if only he had a voice or something like that. Um, Go watch their his and Jane Theory's review for these episodes. They are spot on. They're so funny. That they make us like I don't know, not I guess kind of tolerable to try and review because they turn this like absolute crap fest into something very funny. Uh, yeah, so I think I was talking about Reva. So she comes into this warehouse factory thing, and immediately she spots this. Okay, first off, she has read the script. All right, not the actress, the character. She knows exactly where to go, where to find the clues, and where to go after that. It is so she's walking through the town, and then she just turns and sees a building, and then as the robot's leaving, she walks in there, and then from there she walks straight to the wall and touches uh right where the secret handle is. One second. Yeah, so she touches the handle to open up the secret door, walks in and sees all of the Jedi's signatures who like leave them there for some reason. No, uh, I think they name dropped Quinlan Voss, who is supposed to be dead, not uh, if I'm not misremembering. Uh, but she's just like looking around, looking at all the things, and then she just darts into the. Actually, she just walks menacingly like she does, but she teleports then to the other end. Oh shoot! I should not be talking with my hands. I'm sorry. Uh, she teleports to the other end of the tunnel, while the shoot, I don't even know her name. The Imperial lady who turns out to be a like a rebel sympathizer. Let me see. I know there's a picture of her up here. This girl, she was the girl from Game of Thrones that kills the king of Born. Anyway, so she runs back to save Obi-Wan because Leia just knows that Obi-Wan's in trouble. And then Leia just keeps running down the tunnel alone and then runs into Reva at the other end while the other uh well the sand snake, I think that's what they call them in Game of Thrones. When she shows up to save Obi-Wan. So there's some teleportation going on. It's like everyone has read the script except for Obi-Wan, I guess. But they just make him so incompetent all the time. And that's not where the character should be. He should be a glass cannon. He should be like at his physical peak, but his mental lowest. He should be Like he should have been training every day when we see him on Tatooine. He should be like running around doing push-ups, pull-ups, uh, physical training, doing lightsaber training, learning. I don't know, more lightsaber styles because his is just the defensive one. I think form 3 or 2, something like that. So you could have him doing that, meditating, levitating rocks and spinning them around, and trying to commune with Qui Gon. Well, actually, if it's 10 years out, he would be communing with Qui Gon, asking him what to do, how to train, how to be better. But he should be at his mental lowest. You should be blaming himself for what happened to Anakin. You should be worried if that's going to happen to Luke. How can he keep Luke safe? And worried about stuff like that. Where there's so much that you could do, and they chose like the worst options. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little upsetty spaghetti. Oh, oh man. I Yeah, Kenobi's made me very angry. I think I'm going to have to do a breakdown of why it is just terrible. So, what do you guys think? Is Kenobi the single worst piece of Star Wars? Because it, what in the world? It still won't move the story anywhere. They won't. Uh, as much as it like irks me to say, you could just make, like, we all know you want to do it. Make Rey be the Grand Master of this new Jedi Order. You already want to do it. Just do it. Make something new. Set something. If you want to leave that vague, fine. Go, you know, 100, 200, 500, something like that into the future. Do some new things. Do something different. Make up a new threat. The EU made up the Yuzon Vong. You can make something up as well. You gotta stop cherry picking from the EU and making bad copies of it. I think they're trying to do a Vader limited series. I think that's what I heard. That might be a rumor from someone I don't know. Uh, I just, if they do, we're just gonna get more of the same. They can't do anything original. They can't come up with any of their own concepts. They're literally just running it into the ground for an extra dollar, an extra cent, anything they can squeeze from this cow. And I don't know how people are enjoying this. Like I've tried to go and look at people saying positive reviews, and I don't understand what they're seeing. And I wish we could have conversations about why it's good, why it's bad. But you know, let's just let this Disney's Lucasfilm call everybody racist. That would work out perfectly. Alrighty. Um, I think that's all I got to talk about tonight. I'll do this again pretty soon. I had a lot of fun. It went better than I thought. Next time I'll just have some some articles saved where I know where they're at. We can have a good time. Uh, Thanks to anybody that stopped in. Uh, yeah, I'll catch you guys at whatever the next thing is, whether it's a live stream or a video or whatever. Catch you guys later. Peace.